ESPN's Championship Week presents the North Atlantic Conference Championship game from the Delaware Fieldhouse in Newark, Delaware. The Drexel Dragons facing the Blue Hens of Delaware. Welcome to game number 2 of 3 here on day 5 of Championship Week. One is in the books. This is the second one. Drexel against Delaware. Delaware with the second longest win streak in the nation, currently at 19 games. At 9:30 Eastern Time, back with more. Game number 3 from the Northeast Conference, Marist against Robert Morris. Now, one game is in the books, as I told you. That one earlier from the Trans-America Athletic Championship game. Georgia State, no match for Georgia Southern. 95-82 was the final. Dexter Abrams, 20 points, their third NCAA bid. Some other stories we will follow tonight. Change at the top of the Big Ten. It could happen if Ohio State wins. They'll take a half-game lead over Idle, Indiana. And bursting the bubble in the Big Ten, Purdue and Minnesota. One of those could be the 6th team from the Big Ten into the dance. But right now, Drexel and Delaware will be up next. Bobby Johnson, maybe no match for this fan from Drexel. Back in a moment.
The Home Project Center by Heckinger.
Delaware is the 2 newest teams in the North Atlantic Conference battle for the conference championship and a berth in the NCAA tournament. The Drexel Dragons out of Philadelphia won their way here with a victory over Maine. The Delaware Blue Hens, maybe the most athletic group, took care of business against Vermont. They've got dunk artists like Denard Montgomery, center Spencer Dunkley, and forward Anthony Wright. Delaware is a flashy, spectacular group and a senior-laden group. A lot of seniors for Drexel as well. They are led by backcourt performers Clarence Armstrong, number 4, and number 21, Michael Thompson. Those two will have to have a good game tonight if Drexel is totally upset. And a good evening to you, everyone. I'm Tom Mees along with John Albright. John, the top 2 seeds in the North Atlantic, but they hardly ever get on TV.
This is what it's all about. October 15th, this is when all the struggle, all the pain is for the next step, the NCAA tournament.
For the University of Delaware, they won 19 in a row. They are 26-3 on the season. They are laden with seniors, but one of them stands out.
And one of the difficult matchups for Drexel tonight will be Alex Cole. First team all-NAC performer, but it's in the NAC tournament where he has really picked his game up, averaging just under 20 points a game, but shooting an amazing better than 80% from the floor in the tournament. Now for Drexel, Bill Herron, hey, they've already had a great season. First year, winning season, preseason picked 7th. He finishes second, but it's a tempo question. He's got to keep this game in the 60s if he wants to keep Delaware out of their first trip to the NCAA.
John, how bad do these teams want to get to the big dance? Drexel has been only once. That was 6 years ago. Delaware hasn't even been to a conference tournament final in 40 years. The Blue Hens and the Dragons. A berth is at stake when we return.
This is where it happened. The breakthrough in urethane chemistry that created a car polish so technologically advanced, one application lasts an entire year. Finish 2001. The car polish you use only once every 12 months. This old car's been badly neglected. Its finish appears destroyed. With no rubbing, no buffing, Finish 2001 with its urethane formula safely brings back the showroom shine, a rich, deep gloss shine that lasts an entire year. We tested Finish 2001 against other leading polishes, even some that claim to protect your car against fire or against acid. And the test results? Nothing, but nothing protects or shines better than Finish 2001, the 12-month car polish with a 100% money-back guarantee.
Finish 2001 is available at these fine stores.
It's all been thought out, all engineered, precisely where you want it. So where would you put a cockpit like this? In a rocket, of course. Introducing Achieva by Oldsmobile. Never has so much thought gone into this much fun. Oldsmobile, the power of intelligent engineering.
The Oldsmobile Drive to the Final Four Cellathon. It's your best shot for a great deal now.
Tonight, on the Adventure Channel, join explorer Marceau Soulemer as he unlocks the mystery of the Great Barrier Reef. Submerge with him into an amazing world.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer. They keep going and going and going.
ESPN's NCAA basketball is brought to you by Reebok, who reminds you that life is short. Play hard. and by Oldsmobile, the power of intelligent engineering.
Welcome back to Delaware Fieldhouse, everyone, in Newark, Delaware. This building only holds 3,000, but John Albright, it sounds like 30,000 as we get set to take a look at the Reebok starting lineup. First for the Dragons of Drexel. We already detailed their performances in the backcourt, but what about 00?
Rob's got to do a good job inside. He's going to be giving up some inches, but he must be an offensive presence to keep some pressure on Delaware inside the paint area.
And the rookie coach of the Drexel Dragons, former assistant under Mike Jarvis at George Washington and Boston U, Bill Harrion, 16-13 in his first year. For the Delaware Blue Hens, we talked about Alex Coles in our open. He will get his share of publicity, but the freshman who's going to be here 3 more years, the guard, Mike Pearl.
It's unusual, but Pearl is the glue. He's really the guy that keeps everybody else focused and was the missing link to this Delaware basketball program.
And the coach of Delaware in his 7th season, a former South Carolina and Duke assistant, Steve Steinwedel, North Atlantic Conference Coach of the Year and the all-time winningest coach in the history of the University of Delaware's basketball program. The cheerleaders are here. Fans have taken the short ride down from Philadelphia. The Dragons have a lot of supporters here tonight. And Delaware and Drexel, well, they're not strangers, John. The 101st meeting.
Well, Delaware's controlled the last 5, but it's this one that'll be the most important meeting between those 2 teams. And only the winner will get a chance to the NCAA tournament.
All right, we're set for action. The University of Delaware, a 19-game winning streak on the line. But really, winning streaks is something that Steve Steinwedel doesn't want any part of. He's tried to focus on this one game, and we ought to alert you that we have a problem with the 45-second clock, John. They are not in the usual places, and right now it doesn't matter because they're not working.
And that's a problem more so for that team right there, Drexel, because they're more patient. They're going to use more of that 45-second shot clock, where Delaware, they want it up and down. They want to rely on their superior athleticism because they have some athletes that can really come at you from more than one way. It does seem to be on, and it looks like it is working. And that's important because Delaware, they won't rely on it as much as Drexel will.
Yeah, they just fixed it. They're going to test it a couple of times. The 2 teams, the importance of this game, you don't want to take any chances. We saw what a difference the clock can make in the NBA game last night with the Lakers and Knicks. You want to be right on.
Well, you got to know exactly where it is, particularly in the last few seconds of a game, and it's on the floor, so that's a little distracting, normally right above the basket.
Drexel clad in their blue uniforms with gold trim. The University of Delaware, the same color schemes, but because they are home, wearing white trimmed in gold. Delaware has never approached the success that they've achieved this season, and if history is on the side of Delaware tonight, you can see why. If you do well in the regular season in the North Atlantic Conference, you usually do well in the tournament, and there's a lot of people, John, that say if you're going to have a tournament, you're only sending one team anyway. The higher seed, the regular season champ, ought to have the advantage, and that's what we have here tonight.
There's a reward for going through that regular season #1, and that's exactly what Delaware's getting tonight.
They were 14-0 in the regular season. Alex Coles controls the tip to Spencer Dunkley, and this is little Mike Pearl, the freshman out of York, Pennsylvania.
Both teams will play primarily man-to-man.
Coles down low.
Been reason why he's shooting better than 80% when you get 5-foot shots in. He's too talented to let him get that low.
The man with the headband for the Drexel Dragons, Clarence Armstrong. He makes this team go along with Michael Thompson. This is Thompson launching a 3. And a whistle after the shot hit the top of the backboard. A curious stat, though, John. Delaware scored first in this game. When the opponents have scored first against them this year, they're 16-0. I wonder if that's an advantage.
I wonder if you could just concede the first 2 points and take the ball inbounds.
Bill Harrion told me laughingly today, we'll let him score first, and maybe we'll win this game. Turnaround by Dunkley and a strong rebound by Michael Thompson.
It's a good sign for Drexel. They can only allow Delaware 1 shot on the glass. Can't let him play rebounding with it.
Freshman Jeremy Smith, Harrion's first recruit when he took over the job, the first one he signed off the iron. Anthony Wright. Rebound by Spencer Dunkley.
Can't let him play ping pong. Sir Dunkley from England is too big, 6'11", inside that area to let him roam loose.
A foreign exchange student here at Newark High School when Delaware discovered him, and his big athletic hero was a soccer player. Wolverhampton, England. 4-2 Delaware early on. Smith in and out. That was halfway down. And Delaware all there for the rebound. It's Coles to Pearl.
That's where they want to keep Coles, out top and away from the offensive glass. Good defense that time by Drexel.
Pearl tries to get the entry pass in low, and a foul is going to be called on the Drexel Dragons. I believe it's Jonathan Robb. Jonathan Robb reaching in.
Robb trying to do a good job denying inside. Look at Dunkley, 6'11". Again, Robb, there's the hand, the left hand, he hooks him. Robb's given up 4 inches, so he's got to cheat.
Oh, Brian Pearl missed an easy little baseline jumper off the inbound.
All right, Drexel needs a basket here, Tom, to get the adrenaline back and get themselves off the snide. Calm down.
4-0, Delaware in front. We've played just about 2 minutes. Jeremy Smith shooting the 3 early.
Again, Drexel needs to be a little more patient. They can get some good shots inside.
Anthony Wright with the layup, and it is all Blue Hens early on.
Well, there's the transition. That time Drexel failing to get back defensively, and they give up an easy 2. Full court press now. It's a matchup full court zone.
Delaware trying to establish something early. But Jonathan Robb answers his first bucket of the game. He had 15 points and 15 rebounds here just a week ago.
It's always important to get that first basket, to get the emotions out of the way and get back in your normal sync and rhythm.
This is Alex Coles.
There's the problem. He can elevate up and over the defender, and you can't get in his way.
Alex Coles is a senior. He's from Richmond, Virginia, 6 foot 6 inches tall. This is Michael Thompson.
The pace right now, exactly like Delaware would like to see it. It's up and down. One shot done for Drexel right now. They can be a little more patient, get some good shots out of their half-court set.
Dan Leahy underneath to Robb, who's all alone with the block. Robb gets the rebound. He's blocked again. He's blocked 3 times. Spencer Dunkley with 3 straight blocks. And Anthony Wright loses control.
Delaware, they'll turn it over because they want to push the pressure right there. Bill Harrion looking at his club, and he's saying, calm down. Do what we do well. Inside, Robb challenges against Dunkley. You got to go ahead and take it at him. He did, but Dunkley was there. There's 1. Here comes number 2. And then number 3, and that gets the transition going. But you got to continue to attack the inside guy.
Actually, Coles had the first block. Dunkley had the next 2. And our position here was tough to tell. Oh, for that replay camera. We love it.
Drexel will run motion offense. A lot of picking, screening away from the ball.
Long shot is good. The 3-pointer by Clarence Armstrong, the senior out of Aston, Pennsylvania, and it's an 8-5 game. Mark Murray with it. And a few times he's touched the ball for Delaware. Spencer Dunkley.
They're going to have to play topside, get some backside help. But right now, they're conceding that entry pass, and Delaware's doing a good job of getting some good shots and burying them inside.
John, they're going to have to stop conceding that, or else they're going to end up in the short end of the stick here. Pearl gets a hand on it. Picked up by Jimmy Rulo, number 24. He's a walk-on. He's a story we'll develop later on in the evening. He's quite a young man. Leahy drives baseline. Coles right on him. Tough man-to-man.
Delaware's doing a good job denying where Drexel wants to set up on the floor. And an offensive call. The charge.
And the charge is called on Michael Thompson. 15:31 to go, first half. Our score, the Blue Hens of Delaware 10, the Dragons of Drexel 5. North Atlantic Championship game. Back with more in a moment.
Who is the world's greatest athlete? Dan or Dave? Dan's mom.
Dan.
Dave's mom.
Dave.
Dan's coach.
Dan.
Dave's coach.
Dave.
Dan's dentist.
Dan.
Dave's mailman.
Dave.
Dan's paperboy.
Dan.
Dave's pastor.
Dave.
Dan's girlfriend.
Dan.
Dave's wife.
Dave.
Dan's ex-girlfriend.
Definitely Dave.
To be settled in Barcelona.
The intelligent engineering that powered this Oldsmobile to a world record 257 miles per hour now moves a new Oldsmobile to over 30 highway miles per gallon. Introducing Achieva by Oldsmobile. Never has so much thought gone into this much fun. Oldsmobile, the power of intelligent engineering.
The Oldsmobile Drive to the Final Four Cellathon. It's your best shot for a great deal now.
What could possibly top a slugfest between two of boxing's heaviest hitters? Only the rematch. Friday, March 20th, Budweiser presents the TVKO Fight of the Month, the long-awaited rematch between Thomas Hitman Hearns and Iran the Blade Barkley, live from Caesars Palace on pay-per-view. Call your cable operator to order.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
I think we're the better team, but the better team doesn't always win. You know, you got to do the job, and that's the responsibilities on our shoulders to take care of that. We've got the athletic ability. I think we've got the overall ability, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. Drexel's very good. They played us some very good basketball games, played us some very close games. So it's not that it's going to be a very decisive victory for sure, but it's one that I think we can get done if we do the right things.
Interesting, John Albright. Coaches like to poor-mouth it come tournament time, but Steve Steinwedel saying, hey, we have the better team. That's rare.
Tom, when you hadn't lost since January 4th, 19 straight wins, hey, you can feel a little comfortable. Not cocky or arrogant, but confident.
Last team to beat Delaware, the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers. They beat them handily in Piscataway, New Jersey. That's the last team to do it. 2 of the 3 losses over right here at the Delaware Fieldhouse. Mark Murray. Will they get the roll? No. And Leahy, the strong rebound for Drexel.
They want to force Delaware to shoot the perimeter shots out of that paint area.
Armstrong's shot is partially blocked by Coles. Delaware wants to run, but Pearl will hold it up. Alex Coles. High rebound by Leahy again.
That's 2 straight, 1 shot very quickly for Delaware and no offensive board. That's more to the pace that Bill Herring wants to see.
You shoot those long 3-pointers, and you're going to give up a lot of rebounds. You're not going to get too many offensive boards.
Plus, it takes those big guys out of the rebounding position. It makes it a little easier to come up with a defensive board.
All right, we'll sit down along with Dunkley. Number 52, Denard Montgomery comes into the game, and Ricky Deadweiler comes into the backcourt. Delaware, we talked about the athleticism. They have 4 blocks so far in this game, John. 4 block shots.
They can go up and get it. They got some track guys also that are high jumpers, so they're very, very talented.
Thompson in the corner, denied by Montgomery. However, Delaware throws it away. It's kind of bothers Steve Steinwedel. He had a nice 3-on-1 break, and that's twice now where Delaware turnovers are sort of shooting themselves in the foot.
Tom, they also got a chance to seize control of this game. They're up 10-5. Drexel's struggling from the field. Now's the time to put some distance between you. And Drexel's not a big catch-up team. They got to rely on the score being in the 60s, low 70s.
The shot by Rulo, the fake, the drive. No, take it away. The official says traveling. Don Bonder, the lead official tonight, signals traveling.
Rulo, one too many steps, but a nice story. A walk-on this year as Bill Herring comes in. They weren't even going to let him have an opportunity. Going to cut him sight unseen at the last minute. He says, we'll give him a week. Hey, he stuck around and done a great job.
Deadweiler to Pearl inside. And a whistle. Ball knocked out of bounds, they say, by Armstrong. Delaware ball.
Tell a lot about a kid. Armstrong's got a headband on the inside pregame. He has something that says, thanks, Mom and Dad on it.
Alex Coles can't control the inbound, but Denard Montgomery does. Rebound by Jonathan Robb. Civil engineering major at Drexel. Deanslett student. 3-point shot. That's an NBA shot by Michael Thompson.
I think the momentum shift that Drexel has answered the early problems, and they're only 2 down. That's a big plus for Bill Herring because they could have been run out of here early.
Oh, the emotion in this building tonight. You're right. They withstood the initial charge with the crowd. Earl with a head fake. Doesn't get the roll. Gets the rebound and a whistle. Hold everything. Whistle and the foul is going to be called on Leahy.
Leahy using the elbow to get advantage. Tough inside competitor, and he's been matched up a lot of the night with Coles. This is a very, very tough matchup. Leahy not nearly as quick, and he's got to rely on his positioning, and that's dangerous. Coles got the inside. He has to come over the back, picks up the foul, reaching in that time on Pearl.
I got to tell you, that wasn't a hard foul by any stretch of the imagination.
Not nearly as hard as some we're going to see later on. You're right.
Alex Coles rolling to the hoop, and he got position again.
Again, they're conceding. They're playing behind him. He's burned him now too many times. I think you got to play over and take your chances with that backside help.
6 points for Alex Coles, the All-North Atlantic, and before that, All-East Coast Conference performer. Pass is stolen. Pass re-stolen and taken back by Deadweiler. 3-on-1. And Deadweiler traveled with the basketball. That's a 3-time.
And that's a 3-on-1 opportunity that Delaware fails to convert on. And it's a question of how many times they're going to miss on these easy opportunities. You got to finish them off when you have the chance.
No, on the one hand, Steve Steinwedel has to be getting gray hairs over this. On the other hand, his defense is playing well enough to give his team opportunity after opportunity.
You see the turnovers. Both teams a little jittery early on.
Armstrong drives. This is Michael Thompson, rather. Thompson shot no good, and Denard Montgomery who plays with a chronic bad back. He has a twisted spine. He has to stand the whole night. Can't sit on the bench. He's number 52. Deadweiler. Not even close in a rebound by Drexel. I tell you, Delaware giving the Dragons an opening here.
They're playing right into what Drexel wants to see. They're not taking advantage of their inside superiority in terms of height.
Not even close by Armstrong. Cole's the easy rebound, and Delaware wants to run. Boy, Pearl taking a chance behind the back. He's a showman.
In traffic, made it look easy.
I tell you, behind the back, in traffic down the lane, he's got a lot of courage.
Particularly as a freshman, you make that mistake, you get a chance to go eyeball to eyeball with your coach on the sidelines.
14-8 the score. Pearl will have a seat for a moment, replacing him, Rob Jackson. And
there's the story.
Yeah,
That's a 10-point advantage. That's why they got to keep continuing to do that. They've got the height advantage and need to use it.
Bill Harrion pointed that out. He said, we cannot match up with Delaware inside. I know that. We got to figure something else out. And a push on Rulo. Turnover.
Rulo using his off arm to try to gain advantage. The official right on top of it whistles him for the foul offensively.
11 minutes, 58 seconds left. First half, North Atlantic Championship game from Newark, Delaware. The Blue Hens lead the Dragons by 6.
Okay, now let's beat the Stars in the other game in town. The Oldsmobile Drive to the Final Four Cellathon, where the deals and values are spectacular on every new old. Example, the new Achieva with Smart Lease. Just $199 per month. For 48 months and no down payment gets you an Achieva. With anti-lock brakes, automatic transmission, and air. The game clock is running, so net a great deal now.
Each year, corporate America spends over $10 billion on overnight shipping. Yet according to a report in the Wall Street Journal, $3 billion of that is wasted. If you find that kind of inefficiency alarming, call UPS. We can save you up to 40% on overnight deliveries and help prevent your profits from going up in smoke. UPS. We run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
Who is the world's greatest athlete, Dan or Dave? Dan is a champion decathlete. Dave is a champion decathlete. Dan wears Reebok. Dave wears Reebok. Okay, so who makes the most noise? To be settled in Barcelona.
Here's one of the problems. When you let Alex Coles on the block, down low, both these guys 6'6", lay the same side. But look where Coles elevates to. There's no one to get in his way. That's an easy bucket there. He's got 6 early on. You got to try to deny him the basketball.
14-8 our score. The official just whistling the two teams on, and shooting percentages tell the story too.
And remember, a lot of those Delaware shots are coming in the paint area, so they should shoot a higher percentage.
Drexel, which relies on shooting by the guards, not getting it tonight. 2 of 9 so far from the Drexel backcourt. That should heat up. Bill Harrion certainly hopes so. And a walk is called on Kevin Blackhurst. He's the junior from Franklin, PA, just in the game. You got Blackhurst and also Rob Jackson, a new backcourt for Delaware. Alex Coles getting a rest, as is Ryan Pearl. Delaware got a deep bench, and earlier today, Georgia Southern winning the Trans-America tournament. Congratulations to the Eagles. They must be partying in Statesboro.
Not only football played down there, now they got hoops.
Championship week continues here in Newark, Delaware, and later tonight in Coraopolis, Pennsylvania. Turnovers now. That was the 7th Drexel turnover. We'll have the Northeast Conference Championship right after this game tonight. Denard Montgomery. Open with the right hand and drawing the foul is Rob Jackson. He'll shoot 2. Jackson, a 5'11" senior out of Dale City, Virginia. Jimmy Rulo, I believe, got nailed with that foul again.
Rulo picking up the foul. The other thing that's interesting, Delaware with a much deeper bench. They can go deeper without production falling off dramatically. Where if Drexel gets beyond their 7th man, then the production really falls off the table.
Rob Jackson, he's played in 24 games this season. Hitting 58% foul shooting.
See, after the main free throw, they'll jump into their matchup press, full court.
Delaware doubling the score on Drexel early, 16-8.
And they do. You want to try to get it to the middle. Man-to-man now. They'll peel back into man-to-man now.
Armstrong guarded closely by Jackson. Long three-point shot, and I mean a long one, taken by Mike Whistler. It's off the iron. Dragons having problems locating the hoop tonight.
Because he wants it swung around, the post up down low.
Anthony Wright. Dunkley goes for the rebound. It's pulled down instead by Kevin Blackhurst. Drexel knocks it out of bounds.
Armstrong touched it while his foot was out of bounds.
Well, a reminder, later tonight, championship week continues. The finals of the Northeast Championship. It'll be the Red Foxes of Marist trying to go on the hunt for Robert Morris. That game will be in Moon Township, Pennsylvania, otherwise known as suburban Pittsburgh, tonight, right after our game. Welcome to University of Delaware Fieldhouse in Newark, Delaware. Tom Mees with John Albright. Championship game, North Atlantic Conference. Winner gets an NCAA automatic bid. Delaware 26-3, Drexel 16-13, the top two seeds in the conference tournament. Delaware with the ball in white.
It's about as patient as Delaware's been all night long, running a lot of that 45-second shot clock off.
Dunkley wants to shoot, but he's not open. Ball is tipped, and Brian Pearl goes back for it.
Bill Harrion didn't see. He's upset, but it definitely was tipped by one of the Drexel players going in the backcourt.
Shot clock down to 10. Pearl's going to do something.
It's a nice open court one-on-one move that time by Pearl. That's in his element. He's a one-on-one player, very talented in that one-on-one set.
Heavily recruited up and down the East Coast. He's a freshman from York, Pennsylvania. They love him here in Delaware. Jonathan Robb had Dunkley all over him. Couldn't get an open shot. Armstrong. Good as gold from three-point land. It's Michael Thompson. Correction, Thompson.
It's a bucket they needed. They've had a scoring drought. They got to stay within sight of Delaware to have a chance in the second 20 minutes. Offensive call on Murray.
Mark Murray using the old hook move to get open. Made the basket, but they'll take it away.
Coach Steinwedel really said that Murray is the barometer. He's the guy that he judges how well his team's playing. Murray's a little steadier. Coles is the trump card because he's the guy that can really open it up. But Murray, he said, is the judgment by whether his team's playing well or not.
So Drexel trailing by 7, a chance to get as close as they've been in a while. Armstrong just on the three-point line. Dragons in the NCAA's one time in the 86 season, losing to Louisville the first round. Leahy lays it in. He wanted to dunk it, but the bottom line is the bottom line.
It's nice, so they got some inside points. Everything's been perimeter the last 5 minutes for them. They need to put some offensive pressure inside.
Dunkley double team. He's taller than anybody Drexel has. Wright can't save it. Drexel ball. Dragons got a real shot now to climb back in this thing.
Again, I think the biggest thing for them is they've been on the point of being blown out a number of times. If Delaware were to just converted some transition, this could be very ugly at this point. But I think if you're Beryl Harrion only 5 down, a chance to get it even closer, you got to be pleased.
Armstrong drives and draws the foul from Pearl. Well, this has been an Achilles heel of Delaware. You look at their numbers; they look awesome, John. But, you know, they're 26-3, undefeated in the North Atlantic, but they haven't blown out very many people at all this year.
You got to put them away when you have the opportunity. Otherwise, in that last minute, sometimes you see teams again, and you find yourself losing those close games.
Armstrong inbounds to Thompson. Nice move in the lane by Thompson, and a whistle on the rebound over the top on Thompson. Got in the air a little bit, lost control of the body. Actually, it's Whistler. Jim Whistler gets called for the foul. I stand corrected.